I do think, like, we really need to just cut out all the processed stuff and a lot of sugar.
Yes.
I think even if we just do that, like, there's no good benefits from either of those, right?
Just my happiness.
Welcome to No Ordinary Friendship.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Teresa.
Let's catch up. Hello, listeners.
Welcome back.
Did you miss us?
We missed you. Wait, what show is that?
What? That's a show?
Yeah, I think so.
They say, did you miss us?
Yeah. Did you miss me? Gossip Girl.
I've never seen it.
I never watched it, but I think that's
Should
like
I
their
watch
little
it?
snippet. Okay.
I feel like I'm missing a lot of pop culture.
Because you miss Gossip Girl.
Yeah, because it was pretty popular, right?
It was really popular, and Blake Lively is still really relevant.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I will.
Queen Serena.
When I don't have things to do with you because you'll be working.
Stop! All right, breaking news.
Okay.
Father's Day is coming up. Or maybe it's here already by the time this episode drops.
Yes, it probably will be here already. Have passed.
Well,
long gone in the rearview mirror. But I don't have any plans.
Cool.
How about you?
I was hoping to get some ideas from you.
Okay, well, we are actually, this will also be in the past, but we're going to New Jersey to visit Victor's family. But we will be flying back, I think, the day before Father's Day.
Okay.
So maybe we'll do like an early Father's Day
brunch
celebration with his dad.
Oh,
over there.
Okay.
And that will be that.
That's nice. Group it all together. So
but
one and done.
I haven't gotten him any gifts. Are you getting a gift?
Okay, so this is like a dual gift for me too. But I think I'm gonna get Steven a car detailing.
Oh, that's
Did
right.
I tell you this already?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, my friend did it, and it's mobile. They come to you. Some of them do it without any water, which is pretty nice. I don't know how that works, but most of them do need water and a power generator. Can you tell I've done a lot of research on this already?
Yeah.
And Steven's car is gross right now, so...
Mine is so gross.
No, his is grosser.
Should be a gift to me.
I've been in both of your cars. His is grosser.
Really?
I think there's just so many crumbs,
Mine too.
Like, well, Steven also has his own like spilled coffee stains.
Oh, okay.
And
I do have a little hand vac that I use to do like minor tidying.
you should go in the newsletter.
Yes.
Mini hand vac.
Yes, it's from Amazon.
So I think I will get that for him.
Oh,
And he
I like
never
that.
listens to this, so
He won't know.
He won't
And
know.
it's okay, it'll come out later.
yeah.
I was thinking about getting Victor one of those silly like Instagram ad things, but remember I already got him the sweatshirt with the girls' faces on it.
Does he ever wear it?
He does.
Aww.
He's worn it a couple times. I just don't know if he needs any more of that type of stuff.
I agree.
Like socks with their faces.
No.
Although
He
the
does
other
not.
day, his sock did have a hole in it. So
He has other socks. It's okay.
maybe he could use a new pair of socks.
I agree. I've been getting served a lot of Bluey ads. Have you seen
the
this one?
puzzle?
The puzzle, yeah.
Yes.
So I actually started to fill it out, and then for Mother's Day, I got the puzzle. So
Did you?
Yeah. So I was like, we don't need two puzzles. I guess we're getting served the same ads right now.
That's sweet. Hey, let me tell you about cherry picking.
I cannot wait to hear.
So we took the kids cherry picking in Brentwood. Our friends from Charlie's school, they had gone last year. So I'm very lucky. I always love when I just have friends who have done the research and I don't have to do any
just
of it.
piggyback off of them.
They were like, this is like the only organic cherry farm we found in like the vicinity. So I was like, perfect. And we went, I think we got there around 10. And it had already been like open for a couple weeks. So maybe pro tip for next year, go the first week if you can, because all of the like easily accessible cherries were picked.
Oh.
And so it's fine because they ended up buying like the long sticks so we could reach for like higher up ones, and we had to go like a little bit further in. But for the kids, it's like a little harder because I think last year when they went, they were like, oh yeah, the kids could just pick it from like the low branches.
So what were the
stuff.
kids doing then?
They picked some, like they still found some, they ate a bunch, and then they just like got excited looking for other things. Like there was a gopher. They spent a long time looking at the gopher, trying to feed it cherries, looking for other holes, digging holes. Like they had a fun time too. And I think it helped that we went with another family.
Yeah.
So that the kids could
How
play
long were you
together.
there for?
I think we ended up being there like 2 hours.
Okay.
But at the end, it was just me and then the other family's dad, like really into it, and everyone else was like, "Okay, let's go, let's go eat lunch."
Why were you so into it?
And a fun fact, listeners, I'm allergic to cherries, So I couldn't eat a single one or enjoy like the deliciousness of the fruit. But I don't know why. I'm like, maybe I was fated to be like a farmer or something. Like, you know, I'm not a nature person. I don't like camping.
No, and you don't like gardening.
I don't like gardening at all. But someone else grew these trees. I was just picking the fruit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just something about like finding like the good cherries and feeling like really accomplished. Because I was picking one super high up. So from afar, you can't tell like, is this a good one? And like some of them actually had like little holes from bugs. So like if I found a good plump one, I was like, oh, this is good. I put it in my bag.
Wait, you got a lot of, how many pounds did you?
I got 5 pounds, which already I was like, whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But it was not enough because like once I gave it to a few people, like there wasn't that much
gone.
left. Yeah. And the family that went with us, they got 9 pounds. And when they checked out, I was like, dang, they are cherry crazy. But they were just experienced. Like they just knew, right?
Okay, I'm kind of bummed because we wanted to go cherry picking this weekend, but it sounds like there might not be very many cherries left.
You may be in. So when we went, they just opened the Rainiers.
Okay.
And we picked a few, but the people who could eat them said they weren't good, probably because they weren't ripe yet. So maybe if you go this week, you could focus on those because I think it's like staged in terms of when they're good for picking.
What is the name of the organic cherry place?
Dwelly Farm.
Okay. Yes. Okay, good pro tip. How long did it take for you to drive there?
An hour.
And
then on the way back, it was longer because there was traffic.
And you said there's like an entrance fee?
Yes. So there was $5 per person over the age of 5, but they credit you back that money for the cherries. Right. So I thought that was nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
And the cherries were like $5.50 a pound, which I don't have a good reference
point.
But
idea
my
if that's good
mom
or
said
bad.
at the farmer's market it's like $9. So it's a pretty good deal.
$9 a pound? At the farmer's market is also at the high end too.
I guess so, but still.
Have you ever done other fruit?
No,
pickings?
I kind of want to go to more. I'm like on a high. So if you want to go pick other things, I can actually eat other fruit.
I think there's like a lot of other
strawberries.
Yeah, strawberry picking is popular now too.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
I'm down.
But when I was in school in upstate New York, apple picking was really popular. Like everything apple, like apple cider donuts, apple.
Yes, I bet that's a huge thing.
So huge. And we went as like a bunch of 30,
also allergic.
20, 30. Oh yeah, you're also allergic to that. But I feel like you would have loved that as well. Honestly, I got there, I was like, all right, we done? Because you kind of had to like get up there, you know, for an apple.
Yeah,
and
to climb a ladder or something.
And each one is heavy and...
Yeah, I don't think the apple one would be as fun. Because the cherries are so small and like bouncy. And I could use a stick and get like 5 or 6 at a time.
I can't imagine what the stick is.
It's like a stick with like a little plastic cup at the top. But it has almost like 2 like pokey forks.
Oh.
So it pulls the fruit down for you into the cup.
So I know what that is for larger fruits, but I didn't...
Yeah, I guess they have one for cherries. It's
so
smaller.
It's like smaller?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because my parents have a big one for persimmons.
Yeah. Oh, your parents have a persimmon tree?
Yes, they do.
Ballers.
And I'm not allergic.
Okay. Highly recommend. Emily's really into cherry picking.
Yes. If anybody wants to go, feel free to invite me. 'Cause I'm into it.
Or if you have any other fruit picking recommendations in the Bay Area, let us know.
Yes.
I just feel like it's not as big of a thing as it is on the East Coast.
Maybe not. But actually, I think a lot of families do it.
Maybe we're just not
it
family.
was like pretty crowded.
Maybe
you just have to drive out there though.
Yeah.
Because it's not like super... although there are some supposedly near Half Moon Bay. So that's closer.
That's close to you.
That's true. Not that close to you. I don't know which is closer for you, Brentwood or Half Moon Bay.
All far. Okay, my mom was listening to one of our episodes the other day, and it was the one where we were like, the moral of the story is you just gotta buy now for the luxury goods stuff. And she was like, let me tell you a story, Teresa. I guess she bought something from Van Cleef, and she didn't know about the price increase, but like on June 1st, there was a price increase for Van Cleef. Whatever she bought increased by almost 20%. And she's like, so the moral of your story is correct.
I love it.
Buy now, listeners.
Yes,
but
do not wait.
Ridiculous.
So ridiculous.
A 20% increase on a piece?
Yes.
Come on.
I also heard, this is not luxury goods, but they said like Spotify has raised their price twice or something in a year. That seems crazy too.
It's like, it was $13.99, I want to say, for family plan, and now it's $16.99. I don't know. Spotify I use all the time though, and like you can.
I don't have a premium Spotify, but I don't listen to that much music in my life.
You must.
I just listen to podcasts.
Know somebody that has a family membership. Well, because you can have up to 6 people on family membership.
I don't know. I guess it's not a priority for me.
You seem like you don't need it.
Yeah, I don't mind the ads, I guess. Tell me information.
That's true. When we were watching Summer House, like the ads just kept playing and I was getting antsy and you were just like...
That's when I scroll my phone or when I go do something around the house.
Oh, that's good actually.
But that was on YouTube TV.
Yeah, there's still ads on that, aren't there?
Yeah.
But you can skip them.
No, you can't.
You can't? Can't you skip them after 5 seconds?
No. Or, I don't know. I haven't tried.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've been watching ads.
Since you've been a lowly free member.
All right.
We have nothing in pop culture.
That's okay.
We have a lot in family, health, and wellness.
I went to the doctor yesterday, and when I go, it kind of reminds me of how I feel when I'm going through TSA pre-check. So when I went to the doctor, I got a little nervous. It's my specialist. I haven't been in 6 months. And I'm like, I feel good. But at the same time, I'm like, am I really sick?
Like there's a secret sickness that's hiding in there?
Yeah, it's like, what will the lab results really show? Like, it was one of those doctors where, like, I really don't like going to her because she just doesn't give me the best vibes. And in general, I feel like we're misaligned. I'm going to find a new specialist anyway.
Okay.
But when I go through TSA pre-check, I'm always kind of like, did I pack liquids over 3.5 ounces?
That's like
am I a criminal?
That's like my thing whenever I see a cop car.
Yeah,
I'm like, am I speeding?
Yeah.
Are they going to pull me over? Is something expired?
Are they coming after me right now?
Did I do a full stop?
You probably didn't. And I don't know why I feel that way. I feel like this is kind of a new feeling for a doctor, and I think it's because I don't like this doctor.
I see.
So
it's her vibe.
It's her vibe, yeah. It's her... I don't know, like my previous interactions with her have not gone very well.
That reminds me that I still need to schedule my annual physical, and we're like halfway through the year.
I told Steven he's got to do that too.
Victor does too.
Even though I have not done it myself.
But we have no primary care physician, so we're like, where do we start?
I don't know.
Just pick anyone?
I think so.
Anyone in network that's available?
Yeah. I mean...
Because it's just a annual.
Yeah. But eventually we should find PCPs.
Yeah. It's hard though. Like so many are not accepting new patients.
Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know. I guess there aren't enough.
Ridiculous.
A rant for another day.
A rant for another day. Yeah, people listening in other countries are probably like, what is this American healthcare system? Because I feel like we do talk about it quite a bit.
Yeah, it's not the best. It's not on the list, but I wanted to randomly talk about something that I was just listening to on the drive up. I was listening to the Blonde File.
Oh.
Which you told me about.
Yes. You really didn't like it when I
didn't like it because she was talking about herself, but this time she was interviewing someone, like you said. I forget the person's name, but that person, she was like, we're going to have a lot of hot takes, a lot of controversial stuff. And one of the things she talked about is totally opposite from like vegan. She said to try this thing called the animal-based 30-day challenge.
Okay.
And it's not only meat, but you pretty much don't eat any vegetables.
Or fruit.
You can eat fruit. So she was like, you can eat avocado and cucumber because technically those are fruit, I guess. Okay. But you eat a lot of animal-based products and meat. So she says she eats a lot of red meat. Some people go more extreme and do eat the liver and stuff. But she just takes capsules. Okay. And then you can have raw dairy.
Raw dairy?
Yeah.
What's raw dairy?
Raw cheese, raw milk. I think it's not pasteurized.
Oh, how do you even get that?
I have no idea. I mean, I think they're in LA, so.
Okay, easier.
You also eat, I forget what else. Oh, you can have eggs, obviously. She says she eats a lot of eggs.
What about things like grains, like bread and rice?
She did not mention those. So maybe I didn't hear it because I was driving. But it sounds like it's mostly meat products, but you can eat fruit too. Oh, and she said white rice, actually.
So what are the benefits of this?
She feels like she has so much more energy. I guess it's, in a way, an elimination diet. So it's for 30 days you do that, and you kind of see how your body feels, and you can add stuff back in.
Oh, okay. I wonder what her diet was like before. Was she on a McDonald's and Jack in the Box diet?
I'm not sure.
Or was she vegan before?
Right. I don't know that.
Because that's like a big point of
But
comparison,
I just
too.
find it so confusing because there are plenty of people who say they're thriving on a vegan diet. Then there's this, and she's like, I'm thriving on this. And it's like, what do we do? What is actually healthy?
Totally. Like, did I share that in this like rheumatoid arthritis
Facebook?
Healing Naturally Facebook group? It is so... It's like a weird group of people, but it's a very large community. I would say most people probably do not understand like the full research of everything. So some people are like pushing for plant-based diet. Some people are really, really, really pushing for the carnivore diet, which just sounds more like what you're talking about with like a little bit of fruits and maybe a little bit of vegetable.
Yeah.
But I do always wonder, like, what was their baseline diet like?
Yeah.
And because our bodies are all so different, like, I do think you have to go through the rigor of elimination diet to really understand, like, what triggers your body at what point in time.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's so weird to me because, like, so many, like, doctors or dietitians all push, like, way more veggies. Like, 2/3 of your plate should be veggies. And then, like, it's like, there's something like this where people are doing it and feel good. And it's like, what do our bodies need?
I wonder if she's eating, like, organic meats or is she eating...
Probably.
Like... You know, ones raised in farms with a lot of
I'm guessing she's eating organic.
If she's on the blonde file, she's probably eating some really good grass-fed
But
beef.
she talked about, like, I guess she used to be, do stuff like bottle service in clubs. And she talked about how for, like, years, she took this pill that basically cleansed her body every day. But it was, like, really bad for her. And, like, when she got COVID, her body couldn't tolerate it anymore because, like, her gut health just went to crap. So she had to do, like, a really long journey of eliminating stuff and figuring out what worked. And so I think she went on this huge journey of going from kind of like a plasticky LA girl to, like, a more, like,
wellness-oriented.
Yeah. And she's, like, I think she's actually has some sort of skincare program, but it's all about from within.
Yeah.
So talking about eating and fixing your gut and all that.
Ah.
So kind of intriguing.
It is very interesting. I do think, like, we really need to just cut out all the processed stuff and a lot of sugar.
Yes.
I think even if we just do that, like, there's no good benefits from either of those, right?
Just my happiness.
Which is very
my emotional happiness. But you're right.
I just hate it. You're right.
I just want to know, like, what is wrong. Like, I have, like, little bits of eczema. So it's like, what is causing that? And, like, I have a lot of allergies. Like, is that something I could actually get rid of or heal, you know?
I think so,
or is it
Emily.
just, like, part of my genetics?
I think it probably is a part of your genetics, but it's exacerbated by...
my surroundings.
Yeah, your environment and diet. At least I've seen that with kids, or like, because, you know, like, we do a lot more stuff for our kids. We try more things for our kids than we would for ourselves.
I know, I give them vitamins every day. I don't ever take vitamins.
Like, I've done this whole thing with Logan because he has really bad eczema and pretty bad allergies too for a kid his age. And so the doctor is referring me to specialists, but, like, I've done his own mini version of elimination diet and it's really helped.
Oh. What did you eliminate?
Eggs, seafood.
So you think he has an egg allergy?
And then introduce back in. Maybe like an intolerance.
I see.
Definitely not an allergy to the extent that, you know, where you have to eliminate all eggs. But once I took that away from him, it improved significantly.
I should do one for myself.
Yeah. There's like strict protocols out there for people to follow. It's just so hard to do yourself.
It is.
I've been thinking about doing an elimination diet too. Maybe we should go on that journey together.
We should. We can do it and report back.
Yeah,
to
I really want to know.
Okay. We'll talk about it more later. I do want to do it too.
Okay.
Something more on the kid end. Summer is here, or it feels like summer's here because we're having like a heat wave this week. But a couple of summer hacks for you parents. Maybe you're already doing it.
Teach me.
One thing is sunscreen is such a struggle with my kids. Like, trying to get sunscreen on them before we get out the door, they're always running away. They're like, no, I hate this. Like, they move and you poke them in the eye or whatever. So I saw this on Instagram where it looks like a hairbrush, but it's a makeup brush. So the round part is like really, really fine hairs or whatever.
Yes.
So you just put the sunscreen on that and let them put it on their face themselves.
Wait, did we talk about this last time?
Did we?
Or 2 weeks ago?
I don't know. I just got it though. Like,
okay.
The girls just tried it for the first time.
Or maybe you just ordered it.
Yeah, maybe I told you I ordered it. But I don't know if this will last. It went from them being like, no, to fighting over it. Wanting to do it themselves this morning. I'll show you a picture later.
Okay.
They both were like standing in front of the mirror, like putting it all over their faces.
Oh, that's cute.
They wouldn't let me do it. And I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like, this worked for us.
And you could just use any type of sunscreen?
Yeah.
Great.
I think so.
Perfect.
Yeah. We use Think Baby, which I really like the smell.
Oh.
Have you ever used that one?
Yeah, we have it.
It's like an orange citrusy smell, but it smells very fresh.
I have 15 bottles of sunblock just in general, like
Really?
floating everywhere. Because we don't have like one centralized bag. And so we're
I have
just
a drawer
hoping.
that it's supposed to go back into. Sometimes it doesn't make it.
Well, because like if you're out already and randomly it's sunny, I want sunblock.
Yeah.
But I just stopped. Like, skincare is not part of Steven's routine, so he doesn't make it part of their kids either. Gotta change
Victor's
that.
Korean, so
Good for you, Emily.
He's sometimes more careful
Invested.
about the kids' sunscreen than me. And because I guess I didn't grow up wearing it until like we went to Raging Waters. Got really sunburned. But now the kids need to wear it like every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or like sometimes at school, they ask us to bring some, but I don't know if they apply it.
Oh,
But
interesting.
the kids have sunscreen.
Can
at
you
school.
imagine applying
To, like,
sunscreen for
so
20
many?
kids
No.
that are running away?
I understand why they don't do
Yeah.
it. And the other hack, which our friend told us, I haven't tested it out yet, but I just ordered it since we're going to New Jersey and it's going to be hot, is the neck fans.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, actually, it's probably more for me than the kids because, you know, I only can like live in the 5
Emily
degrees.
can only live within like 72 to 76 degrees. Like,
Yes.
that's her sweet spot. Any hotter, any colder,
Buy me an ice cream.
yeah. She's not going to be happy.
But yes, I'm excited for that.
Which one did you buy, though? Because I shared like the one that like
Yes, that's
is like
the
a
one
necklace.
I saw, but I was worried it would be too big on the kids or something.
Oh, you bought it for the kids.
Yeah, and myself, but like I was worried that if I'm like out with them in the city and they're like getting hot, and like I'll be like, just use the fan.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Don't be cranky.
Yeah, yeah. Because there's another one that's like a necklace. Like a
Yeah, you hang
pendant.
it. That's the one
Yeah.
I got.
Okay.
Where it hangs. Because then I'm like, oh, they can like move it around their face if they want. I don't know. We'll
Is it
see.
going to be really hot there at that time?
It's gonna be like 80s.
Okay, and probably a little humid too.
Yes.
Okay, let
wish
me
you
know
were
how it
coming with
goes.
me.
I know, me too. Are you gonna get the Swedish candy that's viral?
I want to, but I just booked our hotel and I ended up picking Times Square because I'm like, with the kids, it'll be easier if there's just like stores I can jump into.
Yeah, like the big M&M store.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them there. But I looked up and I think I have to take a subway to get to the Swedish candy store, and I'm scared to go by myself with 2 kids.
That's okay.
But I really want to go.
I think you can do it, but it's okay if you. We'll see if they're good.
Maybe
or not.
you can like tell me my best route.
Okay.
I don't want to change trains.
Okay, fair.
And you can help me decide how to go from my hotel to that place.
To the Upper East, yeah.
Yes.
Or maybe you don't even go to the one in
I think that's the closest.
uptown.
There's one down near the bottom, but I think that's farther.
I see. Okay.
And then the other ones are in Brooklyn.
Emily and I have been influenced by random people
And each other?
and each other on getting Swedish candy. If you don't know, like there's this store called La Bon Bon.
Bon Bon.
Oh, Bon Bon, not La Bon Bon, just Bon Bon in New York that has apparently really good
Swedish
Swedish candy.
gummies and like, I don't know, like licorice or something.
People have been reviewing
I
it, being
definitely
like,
would go for the gummies.
this is so different. This is so delicious.
I want to know what's different.
Like there's actually a store in SF too,
there is?
but they're constantly out of stock.
Oh, the same brand?
No, not the same brand. Yeah, just Swedish candy. And in my mind, I'm like,
Have you gone?
I bet it's not as good.
It's not viral on TikTok, so it's not good.
It's also in the Castro, and I never go to the Castro,
Yeah, that's
so
kind of far. Okay, you don't have to tell me now. We can cut this out if you don't have any tips. But we are strongly considering going to Taiwan with the kids.
go.
And I'm very nervous. I thought you are an expert because you've taken Tyler many times now. Like, how do you deal with the jet lag?
Let me tell you the best tip.
Okay.
You just lower your expectations, and then you lower
That's
it.
what Victor keeps saying.
And then you lower it some more, and you'll be fine. So my school of thought is, you get jet lagged, right, as an adult. Can you control it? No. How are you going to control it for the kids? Like, you don't even know how
so
you're
you
going
don't
to
even try. That's your your approach is like laissez-faire.
Yeah, because I think over time, everyone naturally adjusts.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks in the beginning for the first 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Maybe longer for the adults, actually, than the kids.
Yeah.
But the kids can sleep anywhere. When they're tired, they just sleep on the car, you know? Like, I think my school of thought is, in the beginning, everyone's going to be a little bit tired just from traveling.
Yeah.
And so just let them sleep for however long they want, however long you want to. And then they're going to wake up in the morning. You probably will too. I think, my tip is like just make sure you have a lot of snacks around, which I know you're very good at because you just get really
go to
hungry
7-Eleven
at random times. And hope for the best. That's my tip. Just don't even try to have a
Victor
plan.
was like, just assume it's gonna suck, and then it'll be great.
Yeah, just assume it's gonna suck. It is gonna suck. It's gonna be hard with 2 kids too because their schedules are gonna be different as well.
Yes.
But it is what it is, and then eventually you'll adjust. You'll have
And then we have to go home.
Yep, you have a great 3 days, and you'll go home and do it all over again.
Okay. I don't know how you're making me feel.
Going over there is gonna be a lot easier too because I feel like you'll have full days. It'll be fun. Like it's just easier to stay awake versus coming home has always been harder for us. But then they have school, so.
Yeah. And we would come back and they would have a week to adjust, I think.
Wait, how long were you thinking about going for?
I think 10 days. 10, 11 days.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure. Yeah, not super long.
Do it. Maybe I'll see you there for 30 minutes.
Meet you at a kid play place.
No, Victor will take them. You and I will go to the spa to get a facial.
Oh, yeah, I need to get facial stuff done. You're right.
We've got a busy plan in Taiwan.
Okay, you tell me the next one.
Oh, I wrote lots of traveling eurobabies. This is kind of similar to yours, kids and traveling. I've seen a lot of babies and toddlers go to Europe. I feel like it's that time of the year. Yeah.
I guess it is summer.
And I think...
Who? You mean influencers' babies?
And friends of friends, I guess.
Oh.
That I'm hearing about going, and I'm impressed. I actually don't foresee myself going to Europe in the near future with my kids.
It's so far from here, too.
It's far, but Asia's just as far.
Is it? Why do I feel like Europe's farther?
It does feel like it's far. I don't know. Maybe when you get there, it just feels like it's a little bit more chaotic because I'm not as used to it either. Yeah. But people are doing it.
Yes,
and
they are.
How come I'm not one of those people?
I don't know. Well,
instead I'm starting a new job.
My friend just took her 6-month-old baby to Japan by herself with 2 other mom friends. They each brought 1 kid.
That's such a good idea. Wait, were they all 6 months old?
No, the other 2 are 4 or 5. So my friend is the bravest.
How come she didn't take the older toddler?
She felt this one would be easier.
Was she
right?
Which
I agree, kind of.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe the sleep is a little harder.
You don't have to answer any questions.
But it's in the carrier.
Yeah.
A lot of times sleeping.
Yeah.
No opinions.
Yeah.
Doesn't even really need to eat that much because it's just breastfeeding.
Right. Amazing.
But I never would have done it. I am a wuss.
Would you have done it with friends that were also doing the same thing?
No. I don't
think
so. I think, and also, I really don't know how much of it is a me problem or my kids, because I do feel like my kids are not the hardest, but they're not the easiest. Some people just have really easy kids, right? And if I had one of those, maybe I would be more open to stuff like that.
Sure. And I think probably take some practice too for some of the
True,
kids, you know?
Yes. Which is why I feel like I should just do it, right?
Just throw them to the
you gotta just
traveling
do
wolves.
it.
It'll be good for you too.
Yes. Or
Emily's face is a frown as she says yes.
My mom is so nice. She's like, you don't have to do it. I know it'll be hard. If you're not ready, it's okay. Yeah. And I'm very on the fence. But I have a week before my ticket has to be confirmed.
Why? Why a week?
I guess they hold it for a week and you can cancel it or not or something.
Oh, your mom has already held it.
Yeah, she already held it.
Wow. She's I'm not letting these tickets go to waste. Can we go to tipping?
Yes. So I got another laser facial. Every time I talk to you, I'm I'm going to cancel it. And then I get another one.
And we talk about getting more.
And yeah, actually, so every time I go, I feel like it's a different nurse. And also they tell me a different thing. She said this time that to not put anything on my face except for hyaluronic acid for 3 days. But in the past, I thought it was just the first day. So the second day, I was definitely putting moisturizer on. And then they said, don't put sunscreen on also for 3 days.
No sunscreen?
So I have nothing on my face right now except for hyaluronic acid. no moisturizer, no sunscreen.
Why
nothing.
no sunscreen?
Because I guess if you just do the laser, I think it's different. This time when I checked out, they asked if I wanted to leave a tip.
Weird.
And it was the first time in my whole experience. So I was like, oh, is this new? And she was like, no. And I was like, I felt very awkward because I'm like, it feels to me more like a medical thing. It's like a nurse.
Right.
And I've never done like Botox or anything like that, so I don't know what the standard is. I don't think
you tip there either.
So I felt very pressured into tipping for something that I didn't think that I should tip for.
Wait, I'm so confused.
And then I'm on a membership, right? So I pay like 200 something a month. But this procedure that I did, they quote it like if you bought it a la carte to be like $900. So all the tipping suggestions were off of
extremely high
$900, and I was like,
oh my,
I was just
that's so
frozen
awkward.
in fear because I was like, what do I do? I don't want to be cheap. Like, she was very nice, the nurse,
yeah.
but like I've never had to tip all these like 5 months I've been doing it. No one ever asked me.
Well, also, like you said, it's like a medical procedure that a nurse does.
Yes.
It's not like you're going to Burke Williams or Rosewood
It's not
Spa.
a spa. They don't offer me any like frills. Like they don't give me water or champagne or
Yeah, that is very strange. I feel very. Was it like you gave them your credit? No, because it's
my
a
credit
membership.
card was already on file, but she was like, "Okay, here," and then she like showed me the screen, and I was like, "What? I was so flabbergasted."
New.
And that actually made me want to cancel because I'm like, I don't want to deal with that again.
Yeah.
And I did end up leaving a tip because I was like, okay, I guess I should, but I didn't want to, I didn't feel like I had to.
And the procedure isn't very long either.
No. I was out with it like less than 30 minutes.
Oh, I hate tipping culture sometimes. It's so confusing.
And it's so pressuring because I'm just like, since when,
Since when? Because I'm thinking about how I went to the dermatologist.
Would they ask you to tip as a doctor,
Because that's where you get Botox done, right? Like at a dermatologist / medical spa / like those places. And it's definitely not a place you would tip.
Right. So it really made me mad.
In shock. I don't like that and it makes me feel icky.
I'm so glad you agree with me. Because I was just like, I felt so awkward. I was just like,
taken aback, especially because you've been there so many times, too.
Like, no one had ever shown me that screen.
What if she, built that screen?
Well, that's her side hustle.
Well, the fact that you've been going for so long, I mean, I know I just keep saying the same things, but I'm, very
because I was like, is this new?
surprised.
And she was like, no. And I'm like, it's new to me. I'm never coming back.
Especially the base price of $900.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. But anyway, I have problems like that. You know how I gave money to the girl at the gas station? Put me in an awkward situation. I'll throw money at it. Get me out
listeners,
of here.
if you're looking for some cash,
just show me a tipping screen.
Okay, one thing that I have been thinking about lately is some of the life skills that I have not acquired in life. Okay. So I've been thinking about how to put together Tyler's new room when we move. And a lot of the stuff is you have to disassemble and then assemble it. I have no problem assembling furniture if it's straight from IKEA or wherever.
Yeah.
But disassembling it, no instructions, and then reassembling it, no instructions. I don't know how to do that.
No, but that's for the movers.
It seems like a lot of people know how to do that. Because when I sell stuff off Marketplace, people are like, all right, I'll just don't disassemble it. I'll disassemble it myself so I know how to reassemble it.
Oh, wow.
And then when I asked you about how you're going to put your bunk beds together, you're like, I don't know, not my problem. Victor's going to figure it out. Victor has clearly acquired those life skills.
I'm pretty sure you can look up the instructions online though.
But not everything's IKEA. You can't look up the model name. Some of them are just randomly off Wayfair or Amazon sometimes.
Just go on those sites. You don't think they have it?
They probably do, but that seems like a lot more work than necessary. Some of these people just know.
Yeah, it's not my problem.
Yeah, Emily is not empathizing because she has a husband that will do this. No, Steven? No, he cannot do this. I wouldn't trust the integrity of the bed that is put together if Steven had to reassemble something.
Well, okay, Victor is very good about when we transitioned to Cassie, he definitely that was his project to change it from the crib to the toddler bed. But I think you should give Steven a try because the taller bed is solid, but Victor once built me a coffee table and it was very wobbly.
But he built you a coffee table from scratch, like out of wooden pallets.
Not from scratch. We bought like crates. There was like some 2x4s or whatever they're called involved, but there were also just like crates that he had to paint.
But he painted. Look at that.
It took forever.
Did he have power tools?
Maybe a drill.
Okay. See? Already leveled up. Steven's like over there cranking everything manually, and we've had to move cribs and toddler cribs a couple times between Tyler and Logan's 2 rooms, and they actually don't fit through the door unless you disassemble it. And so it should not take like a full day to do this, you know? Like people are buying the cribs, like they come in and out within 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
Steven spends a full day. Something about it, his process is off.
Maybe he's like enjoying it. Like
no, he is like sweating, confused.
Okay. Well, you know, Task Rabbit or something.
I love to know. Oh, that's a good idea. I love to know, listeners, like, how did you acquire these life skills? Like, somewhere along the way, people must have like learned some of these things.
Maybe just by doing.
Maybe that's how
honestly,
I got so good.
I haven't disassembled that much either because I feel like you buy and you assemble pretty frequently. But the only time you disassemble is like if you're going to move.
Yeah.
And in that case, usually the movers do it, right? And then they'll reassemble it when you get to your destination.
Yeah. So
I haven't had to acquire that skill much either.
I need to befriend a mover that has this skill. Because I think it's a useful one.
It doesn't sound fun to me.
It sounds kind of fun to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's your cherry picking.
I would love to be a DIY person, but I just don't have the baseline knowledge.
I think about that too. Like as Charlie's birthday approaches, I'm like, oh, I could like try to make something, you know? And they're like, no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pay somebody.
Yeah, just gonna buy it.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.